Imagine being in your darkest hour. You reach for the phone, dial those three life-saving digits, 911. But on the other end, there's silence, or worse, disbelief. Today, we dive into a case that shook the United States. A chilling story of a call that could have changed everything, but instead it became a haunting piece of evidence. Welcome to Crime Scene USA. It was a quiet Tuesday night in a small suburban neighborhood. The streets were empty, and the only sound was the distant hum of the city. Meet Sarah, a 24-year-old student who lived alone. To her neighbors, she was kind and quiet. But that night, someone was watching her. Someone who knew exactly when she'd be home. Sarah had no idea that as she locked her front door, the predator was already standing in the shadows of her backyard. At 2:14 a.m., the local dispatch received a call. But there were no words, just the sound of heavy breathing and a faint struggle in the background. The operator asked, 911, what is your emergency? No response. Only the sound of a door being kicked open and a muffled scream. In a tragic turn of events, the operator dismissed it as a pocket dial or a prank call from a teenager. They hung up after only 40 seconds. But while the line stayed open on Sarah's end, the nightmare was just beginning. She was fighting for her life while the system designed to protect her had already moved on to the next caller. The sun rose the next morning, but Sarah didn't step out for her usual coffee. It wasn't until a worried friend arrived that the truth was discovered. The front door was slightly ajar. When the police finally arrived, they found a scene that looked like a battleground. Furniture was overturned, and there were signs of a desperate struggle. As investigators dug deeper, they found Sarah's phone under the couch. When they played back the recorded 911 call from the server, they realized the fatal mistake. What they heard next sent shivers down their spines. The killer's voice was caught on tape, whispering a terrifying promise to his victim. Using the background noise from that ignored call, detectives traced a specific vehicle sound, a faulty muffler, to a local warehouse. Within 48 hours, they had their man, a local predator who had been stalking the area for weeks. The tragedy sparked a national debate about 911 protocols and the training of dispatchers across America. How could a life-and-death situation be ignored so easily? Justice was eventually served in court, and the perpetrator was sentenced to life without parole. But for Sarah's family and the community, the scars remain. This case serves as a dark reminder that sometimes help is just a phone call away, but only if someone is truly listening. What do you think?